Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Take Your Pick. I'm your host, Zach, and I'm joined again today by Chicago and Tampa sports fan, Anthony. So, yeah, give it up, give it up.
Thank you.
So, Anthony, a few weeks ago, we discussed the NFL and made some gambling picks for that week. Since then, a lot has changed in the NFL. What are your current thoughts on the current NFL landscape, and specifically your Chicago Bears?
The Bears pulled one out.
Yeah,
Monday night we did. I'm very shocked we did, despite Justin Fields giving the ball away 4 times.
Do you like him at all?
I still think he's not fully the issue, but we killed his confidence for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's no offense, it's a terrible organization.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like, if he went to another team, honestly, if he was on the 49ers right now, I think they would be better.
Oh, probably. I mean, we're, like you said, a dysfunctional organization. We had the FBI raid our practice facility this season.
Yeah,
we still don't have an explanation for why our first defensive coordinator was fired, and everybody thinks it's in relation to the FBI. So. And
Caleb Williams is definitely going to go back to college if you guys end up getting the first
pick.
pick.
Sure. I mean, I don't want him after that whole theatrical crying on the sidelines thing.
He's good, though.
Oh, he's good, but if you know the cameras are on you and you're doing stuff like that.
That's true. You guys need anything you can get, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But if I remember correctly, you said you liked betting on NHL shots on goal. Do you remember if you hit any of those bets? It was a while ago, but. Or if you've hit any recently.
Yeah, I believe I said it before. It's always, you could bet on Braden Point, you could bet on Hagel, and it's pretty consistent. It's, we're not throwing the tuition on it because obviously I'm never that confident. Mm-hmm. I can't decide what I want to wear in the morning. I don't know if he's going to get 5 shots on net.
Yeah, so, inconsistent team.
Yes.
Very inconsistent.
The Lightning are about 500 right now, so it's.
Yeah, they're weird. And then they'll crush, Carolina, and it's but yeah.
Carolina was, I believe, 14 shots on goal, and we had 8 goals.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's wild. But okay, this week we're not going through each game and giving our picks. Rather, we're going to be comparing teams. The way this will work is I will give you 2 current teams, and you'll simply just tell me which one you think has a better chance of winning it all this season or the upcoming season for sports that are currently in their off season. So starting off, I originally wrote Chiefs and Bengals, but now that Burrow's out, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say Chiefs or Eagles. Who do you think has a better shot at winning the Super Bowl at this point?
At this point, I mean, I don't think. It feels like nobody can stop the Eagles right now.
Well, except the Cowboys next week, who will then slow that down.
As a Cowboy,
so keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say, I'm usually a Cowboy hater, but it's nice to see the fans haven't been crushed by this point in the season yet.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, as a fan, this is how it goes, and then by the playoffs, we'll be crushed. So I'm already ready for that. But honestly, I'm going to say the Chiefs because the Eagles are frauds. Jalen Hurts is bad. He's not good. And I'm sick of the Jalen Hurts shit. I really am. I hate it. He's annoying. Their coach is a child. And they are literally 1 play away every single game from losing. So not only are they not going to win the Super Bowl, they're going to lose the Cowboys next week. But, yeah. Jalen Hurts sucks. Next, we have the Colorado Avalanche, who won the Cup in 2022, versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Who would you rather take right now to win it all?
Right this second, if I was to pick either of them, I think Colorado's going to go further.
Yeah.
I mean, Carolina, no one's going to get over, like I just said, 14 shots on net for 8 goals.
Yeah.
You don't forget that. That's not a team that's capable of winning everything. I mean, if I had to pick a team that wasn't these 2 teams, it's going to be probably Vegas repeating. I believe I've said that before.
The Rangers are not bad either from what I've seen. I don't pay attention that much to the NHL, but
yeah, you have a dark horse now in Detroit because Patrick Kane signed there.
Does he really make that much of a difference? Didn't he suck with the Rangers?
Didn't he have a broken hip?
See, I don't know.
He just came back from his.
Just shows I don't watch the NHL that much.
Yeah, he's got some hip surgery. He signed with Detroit. He thinks they're a contender, and I think he's a better hockey mind than both of us. I mean, he's the best American-born hockey player in the league right now.
Sure.
If not ever. But if it's to answer this question, I think it's Colorado. They had the experience on that team that you need. Carolina doesn't have Stanley Cup experience. They're a younger team.
Yeah, it's fair. And finally, who is more likely to win the 2024 World Series, the Yankees or the Rays at this point? Both probably won't, by the way. Yeah, just out of those 2, if you were to take one.
The Rays refuse to open the pocketbook. As a White Sox fan, it's the same thing. I feel like I can't escape it. There's rumors that we're going to trade Randy Arozarena, who is the only big name we have right now.
That would be wild.
Yeah, but it's very on brand for the Rays. I mean, you can believe it. I mean, they want to move everyone, and they're competing, and I don't know how we compete year after year.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Yankees also, as an organization, they know what it takes to win, and they know how to win.
Kind of, hardly.
They didn't have a great year last year.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as much as everybody likes to say 27 rings, and it's the most annoying thing in the world,
Yeah.
the leadership in that building knows what it takes to win and how to win. And the Rays have only ever just got there during the Mickey Mouse COVID playoffs.
Yeah.
So
we've got talent, and if we get Soto, that's
Yeah.
big. That's a possibility. We probably won't, though. And then that guy from Japan, that pitcher.
Oh,
what's
yeah,
his name?
I couldn't
Something.
tell you.
I don't know.
It's
But he's really good.
It
so.
feels like every year there's a Japanese pitcher that comes over and just tears it up. You had Kodai Senga last year, Shohei, obviously.
Yeah.
If he doesn't throw another pitch this season, he's still going to be the most valuable player in baseball.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay, let's move on to our next segment. Now I'm going to give you 2 championship-winning teams from different years and see who you think would win if they were to match up. So starting off, we have the 2013 Seattle Seahawks, led by the Legion of Boom, versus the 2020 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by Tom Brady.
I'm going to say defense wins championships. I would take Seattle. I mean, we can argue about rules, but they definitely played a lot rougher, too.
For sure.
I mean, you could look up Legion of Boom on YouTube, and you're just going to get 20 minutes of guys getting their heads taken off.
Yeah.
So I feel like as good of a quarterback as Brady was and as good as that offense was, I mean, it was so good we got Antonio Brown a ring.
Yeah.
And he's mentally insane.
Yeah,
I think, like,
he's a crazy
literally
person.
mentally insane. So I don't know. I would take, and that's when Russell Wilson was actually Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
He wasn't part of Broncos country.
Starting to not look as bad.
He's starting to turn up a little bit,
Yeah.
but that Seattle was his system.
Yeah.
That worked for him.
I fully agree. That team was insane. That was like one of the few like super teams in the NFL.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that is like comparable to like what they have in like the NBA.
Yeah.
And they were, pairing up, which is actually our next question. Our next question is 2017 Golden State Warriors, led by Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. So not the year that they had, the sick record and then lost.
Yeah.
The year that they won it. And then the 95-96 Chicago Bulls with Jordan.
It's a tough one, and we could talk about the rules again and defense, and you have Dennis Rodman grabbing every single rebound. But I feel like the way basketball is, it's such an up and down game that I feel like that Golden State team, every time they had the ball, they scored.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like. I mean, you have Kevin Durant from 3,
That
Steph
team
Curry
was
from
sick.
3. I think it feels like every time they had the ball, they were scoring.
Yeah.
And I think the way basketball is, and it's like just up and down the court nature, I hate to say that I would take the Warriors, but I feel like Chicago just couldn't keep up with the scoring.
I again agree. I think the narrative that those like 90s teams could keep up with a team like that is insane. If Steph Curry was playing in that era, shooting threes like that, nobody was doing that. So, I definitely agree. And then to wrap up this segment, we have the 2021 Tampa Bay Lightning versus last season's Golden Knights.
I'm going to have to take the homer pick, say the Lightning. I feel like we had, like you talk about the super team, and then we did kind of use the dirty play and take Kucherov off the IR for the playoffs. So we were $27 million over the cap in the postseason. But I respect the move the Blackhawks did in 2010. So I completely respect it. It's just how it works. It's good accounting.
I agree.
I feel like the Golden Knights this year are almost better than last year's.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Their goalie, Aiden Hill, got hot, and you don't stop a hot goalie during the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still a very, very good team. It's just, I think it would go to 7, most likely. But when you have everything clicked for the Lightning that whole year.
Yeah.
Nobody was going to stop them that year.
Yeah, that was a sick team.
Oh, yeah.
That was a really sick team. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. But before we go, I'm going to give my gambling pick of the week, which is 49ers minus 2.5 against the Eagles. Hammering that. There might be bias, and I might be in denial that the Eagles are as good as they are, but I'm taking that. I bet against them every week, and I've lost, but this is the week I win. Anthony, do you have any picks you want to share? If not, it's cool.
I don't necessarily have a pick. I just have to comment on one thing. I'm going to say 99% of gamblers quit right before they hit it big.
100%.
So I
That's why you never
respect your
quit.
resiliency
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
And it's going to happen. It has to happen.
It has to happen, and it will. And it will. Well, thank you all for watching, and tune in next week.